Salam, shalom. Wise Salah speaking. First one in attendance, please let me know if my mic and everything is clear. Of course, subscribe to the channel, like and share, and visit the website upscaleknowledge.org, allwiseservant.org. Check out the lecture magazines. Check out the blog courses I have. And make sure you get that land and resource course book. If you're someone struggling with homelessness, and are you someone that just want to rid yourself of, the monthly debt of the system? This is like rent, mortgage, light, gas, those things, because those things will pretty much carry on for your entire life unless you put a stop to it. And so check out the RDF book. It's called Land and Resource Course, RRDF, Removing Debt Forever. Peace and wisdom, Shadow. You said the sound is clear. Okay, that's great. Give you guys a chance to get in here. Enjoy the view in the meanwhile. If any of you guys have any questions while I prepare to start, you can ask now. I'm gonna start in about the 5-minute mark. How y'all feeling today? I'm just asking. Hopefully everyone's well. I'm speaking emotionally and mentally. Now I'm gonna be starting soon. I'm just enjoying the view. I started too fast. Don't worry about it. I do that sometimes. Start before I enjoy my, time. Before I share it. So just give me a moment. Hey, I mean, how many of y'all watching right now thinking to yourself like this, right? You're like, oh my God, the ego of this guy to make us just sit. How many of y'all are sitting here thinking that? Like, the ego of this guy to make us sit here and wait, and wait for him to start? I'm just asking if any of y'all have that in mind. You know, put up a one or something. Just let me know. Y'all are funny. I don't know why y'all are not funny to y'all own selves. If you're new here, I'm not speaking to you. I'm speaking to, you know, repeats. Only asking because I'm just trying to rile you guys up a little bit, you know. It's important that y'all be a little frustrated when I do this video. That way, you know, you get it really good. Understand it better through frustration, you know. Aggravate. Through your lesser, your lower vibrations, you know, you'll understand this video so much better. Help you guys, you know, move forward in your lives and do magnificent things. Salam, Mariam Ali. Guys have a problem with happiness. I don't. Oh my god. I said, how y'all feeling today, everybody? Why y'all don't ever? Why y'all don't ever respond back? Why when I say things, why y'all questions don't never make sense in regards to what I said? And then if y'all know the answer, come on, guys. Peace and wisdom, Mariam Ali. You don't have to hit me with the double peace. One language was enough. Salam, peace and wisdom. So, like I was saying, you guys know why why that is. Just ask. It's just a question. Now I'm about to start soon. I just need to say this last Ah, now I'm about to begin. As soon as the 10-minute mark starts, if you have anything that you'd like to say or question, you can have 30 seconds. Now let's begin. You know, the vibration, right? Wisdom's a vibration, certain frequency. Now, make sure you guys are listening. This is very important. This should free a lot of you guys, you know, from your confusion and other mental problems you have created for yourself, but you're not fully aware of. This should help you. Now, your flaws are your lack of morals. Your flaws become your enemies Now, I'm not saying that you have enemies already. And when you have a flaw, then you get it. I'm saying your flaws, whatever flaws you have, they manifest out as physical enemies, meaning every enemy that you have is a result of a flaw you have. So you want to make sure you don't have that many flaws. When I say flaws, we speak in ones concerning morals. And I'm not talking like you want to be skinny and you're fat, so you view yourself as flawed. I'm not speaking of that. That's nothing stuff. And beauty's always in the eye of the beholder, but I'm speaking moral flaws, truths. And so I'll say again, your flaws will become your enemies, and your flaws will attract flawed people. These are real life enemies, but they'll be your friend, or you'll find yourself in a circle of the flawed, and it's because of your flaws. Now, I know most of you guys are wondering, how can my flaws manifest into enemies? What kind of magic trick stuff is this? It's not magic, it's simple. I'm going to give you guys an example. If you have not caused yourself an extreme amount of bitterness, this example should clarify to you how your flaws become your enemies. Now, you know how I tell you guys, you have to give back, because you can't just go around using people. More than that, I'm giving you deep top level scholarship you wouldn't get elsewhere. So when you come here, you make sure you give back, because that serves balance. Now, this is a moral, and this is something that you guys understand, but you don't oblige, meaning you override your morals, which is a flaw. Now, what happens is this: you don't repeat what I said, you're going to repeat something else, meaning you're going to translate whatever the moral truth that was said into something else. And when you do that, you're going to piss yourself off. Meaning, I say give back, so you guys say he's begging, then you change it to he's money hungry. And you're doing these things or saying these things because if you say what I said, then you get my point. It don't fit right on a moral level. You get my point? So you make these translations of what I said. What I said having to do with morals. Make sure you're listening. Like I said, if you're not too scarred and bitter from your own lack of morals, then you'll grasp the point of what I'm saying. Now, what I'm saying is, you see how you guys never say what I said? You never say, like he said, to give back because that's fair. You say something else that I didn't say. What you say that I didn't say is what piss you off. You say, man, he money hungry. I just told you to give back, but you translated it into that. Now you mad at me. I'm your enemy. You say, I don't like that dude Solace. Why? You don't even know why. So you just dig in your bag of whatever you made up. Because he's money hungry. Because he fraud. A whole bunch of shit you made up to avoid the moral truth. I said give back. You didn't want to. You could have just said I'm out of here. You could have just gave back. You could have did anything. But you went against your morals when you translated it, meaning you fully understand morals, or you wouldn't have translated what I said. You would have just say it how I said it. You'd be able to bash it that way. The point I'm making is, every time y'all go against y'all morals, It's because y'all translated or create a new narrative of what was said or done so that you can, continue on how you're doing. But you have to keep recreating because it's like I said with lie, you got to keep adjusting it. In that, you make whatever you're saying worse and worse and worse and worse until you view the person as an enemy or you view them with disdain. But you did all of that. And so, do you get what I'm saying when I say your flaws will become your enemies? Now, if y'all can reflect back, say, how many times have I done this in life? That's just an example, meaning I just gave y'all a real life example that I know y'all are familiar with. But just reflect back in your own personal life. Maybe your parents told you something that was morally sound, but you just wasn't there yet. Meaning you wasn't in your higher moral self yet. So you switch or change whatever the situation is between your parents to make yourself feel justified. But in doing that, you make them a monster of some sort or something that you have a disdain with, and it grows. And the more you avoid the morals that you're, because every time you create a new narrative, you're basically running further and further away from the initial. You get my point? When you do that, you create an enemy or something to have a disdain against. I'm not saying the thing is this enemy, but to you it is. If you can reflect back in your life in every situation where you may have done something like that, where you didn't want to accept the truth, or you wanted to overlook your morals in some way, so you kind of changed the narrative. Maybe you don't say that, of course you don't. You just do what you do. But when you change the narrative like that, do you get my point? You create an enemy. This is why I said your flaws become your enemy. We're not speaking of the person. They probably don't even know, that y'all are enemies. But in regards to you, and this is how people build themselves up with a whole bunch of bitterness. You get my point? Let's say you're a black person, right? And let's say maybe I've spoken on some of our flaws, but you on the whole black people are gods thing. So you took offense. You said Solace is against black people. You know how children do. You ain't in agreement with whatever weird shit they say. You're your enemy. You're not, but you get it. To them, you are like that. Whatever I said was morally sound, but it didn't go with your agenda. So you changed the narrative of what I said to he against black people, and you pissed yourself off in that minute. You filled yourself up with a whole bunch of disdain and bitterness. And of course, you'll carry on until you view me as your enemy. I don't know who you are, and I have nothing to do with this, but do you get my point? This is how y'all flaws become enemies, and all the bitterness and disdain that y'all have built up inside. Call it a curse from the Creator. And once you play with lie, see, a lot of y'all don't understand how serious lie is. This is why I always tell y'all lie is a disease. You don't want to be playing with lie. We talking about the receiving it in. You don't have to accept any lie or belief, but you can't never question the truth. And so, like I said, lie is a disease. Once you become plagued with it, do you get my point? The liar creates their own bitterness. They create their own enemies. It's just a strange way that life is designed. Meaning most of y'all look at lie and truth as no important thing. These things ain't, it wouldn't matter. What does it matter? What's gonna happen? There's forces beyond man. When I say man, I'm speaking mankind, but you have forces like unconsciousness and consciousness that have a control over y'all. You don't control when you falling asleep and you don't control when you wake up. There's another force that controls that. Get it? You have forces like that in life that interacts with you on a day-to-day basis that you may overlook. You're not that self-aware yet, so you never really took the time to think on these things or even notice. But you have forces that are above, are in control, and interact with us on a day-to-day. Lie and truth is like that. They're real forces. You can even call them entities. And they have a control over our life if we give it or grant it, if we co-sign it, so to say. A lie gonna lead you to bitterness and death as well, but you get my point? Lie gonna lead you to bitterness. Truth gonna lead you to peace. Most people don't get that. It sounds like a good phrase, it sounds positive, it sounds good, but in regards to reality, they like, I really don't see the big deal. You have to measure your bitterness. I have a lot of enemies or a lot of people that y'all have disdains with that have nothing to do with whatever disdain you have or however you view it. You're carrying the bitterness around, not them. They don't know. A lot of y'all have this, and it's a matter of your flaws. Meaning you've become so puffed up on pride, you don't realize you overlook truth, or you overlook or go against your own morals subconsciously. And this is a matter of the ego, of course. Like I told y'all before, the ego has to do with your perspective. You're your own individual, your own self. And you can view things from the selfish perspective. Meaning you can view things however you want, and can't nobody change your mind unless you want to change it. You have that power over self to have an unfair viewpoint. You get my you can do whatever you want with your own perspective. But do you get my point? When you go against your morals because of the ego, which is, that ability to kind of have this selfish perspective or not, can't nobody control it. Because of that ego, do you get my point? You guys may overlook a moral here or there. Maybe you feed into or serve a lie here or there. This is because you view it as it serves your benefit in the moment. You're not looking overall, like let's say you go against your morals. After you go against your morals, you're going to have to translate whatever the situation is over into your mind as something else. That's why I use me telling y'all to give back as an example, because I know that's something that y'all all probably have a little experience with. Y'all all do have, the bare minimum of a moral compass that's needed to grasp. Fair is fair. Coming to a person daily, you are taking advantage technically. But y'all overlook that. Y'all create reasonings to justify it. This is why I always tell you guys, just get lost, for your own self's sake. It's not about me, it's about principalities, dominions, forces above the things y'all can grasp. And so the point I'm making is, when you go against your morals, you don't just go against your morals, but you start to alter the state of your mind, meaning you start to adjust your perspective for you to be right. But you can't be right against morals. So this is when the tangling of the mind begins. begins. And this is when the bittering out, the emotional state starts. From there, y'all have a whole bunch of enemies or people y'all have disdain with. And this is how that happens. Now, of course, you may have cases. I was gonna say y'all may have physical cases where, let's say somebody punched you in the face and ran off. So you like, oh, nah, I got a problem with them. They don't have anything to do with morals. I was gonna say exclude those kind of situations, but even in those kind of situations, there's always some type of moral premise. Maybe you overlooked it, and you get my point. But if you reflect on what I said, your flaws become your flaws become your enemies. If you reflect back on your life, or if you reflect on all your current enemies, or the people that you may have a disdain with, you know, in the present moment to yourself, if you can reflect, I guarantee you're gonna see what I said. At some point, you went against a moral, or you overlooked the truth in the matter, and this is where your bitterness and all your disdain come from. The overlooking of the moment of truth. Maybe that moment of truth was against you. And that, do you get my point? You don't want to deal with it at that moment. You overlook it like, nah, but blah, 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 blah. And you get it? The blah, 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 blah part. This is all the disdain that's about to start to build up and cake up in the soul. It's easier to admit your wrongs or go with your morals and the truth, even if, let's say, you don't measure up to it in the moment. It's easier to do that than go against it. But from the flip side, let's say in the moments when you wrong, you say, nah, it'd be hard to admit it's hard to admit when you wrong in a moment when somebody else is right. I'm assuming we've all had those moments where somebody else was right. You was wrong, but you swore you was right. And you get my point? It wasn't easy for you to be like, yes, you're right. I'm sorry. Kind of go on your tangent or your record. And do you get my point? This is how bitterness, this is how most enemies are created. It's a pride thing or an ego thing. This have to do with the perspective. Peace and wisdom, all of you guys. I want to say this, and please don't take offense. This is like the millionth time, Y'all conversations is everything. Y'all coming in here like y'all are special ed. If the only thing you know how to say is peace and wisdom, and you get my point? If the mind is all the way dumbed down, or the spirit is all the way bitted out, or whatever y'all issue is, you get my point? You just call everything a rap because it's getting too stupid. I don't think y'all taking y'all not aware of yourselves in some kind of way. You're not keeping track of how dumbed out y'all is. Y'all morals are not any good, and that y'all only able to have conversations that have no purpose. Now, most of y'all don't reflect on your conversations and the things you listen to. And that when you come up in the presence of somebody really wise or somebody having a real talk or real conversation, get my point? Your minds be like on fried. And all of that is a reflection of what I said as well. Meaning y'all come in here playing dumb a lot, But it's like I said, if you play dumb, you really are dumb. That's the practice for it. Every time you play dumb, you practicing dumb. You get to a point where y'all be completely dumbed out. Change the narratives of things so much, change the context of things so much that y'all scramble y'all own mind completely out until all you have left is your pride and ego to say, no, I know what happened. And so you get my point. Y'all supposed to be growing in wisdom no different than I do. But that's not what's happening. Y'all watching other people be envious, bitter, and decorated to match your bitterness inside. And you get my point. Y'all are filling yourselves up with envy, bitterness, and it reflects in y'all conversations when y'all come here because all y'all know how to do is try to spark up an argument. But in regards to, deep conversation, like what I just said, y'all should have tons of questions in regards to it, being as though y'all suffer from what I'm talking about. There should be a great deal of questions. There should be something that caught your ear that may reflect in your life that you're looking to fix up. But y'all are coming here looking for flaw because y'all are desperate to win in something. Y'all show it when y'all come. Y'all speak too fast, say dumb things that have nothing to do with what I said, and it reflect that you're desperate to win in a conversation with me. So desperate that you want to win in anything. You have to come for wisdom and apply that wisdom so you grow. You see what I'm saying? Look at all y'all comments. Y'all become like broken records or program-minded. Starts with self-love. That's all I could tell most of y'all. Most of y'all are running from yourself, and you get my point. But it all starts with self-love, and y'all seem to be lacking in that area. That bitterness is taking over y'all brains, meaning y'all coming in here too fake and phony. You're not coming in here in the right spirit with the right intentions. But somewhere in your scrambled mind, you think dishonor or doing immoral things makes sense because you want to make it make sense to you, and you're not keeping track of that. Y'all lost in y'all own head where y'all think y'all can win something against me. In that, you missing out on your opportunity to cleanse your own self, and more than that, do you get my point? This is not a game of who can win over who. I came to teach you whatever you don't know. If you fit the shoes of whatever I'm speaking about, I'm not talking to you. I don't know you. When y'all respond like talking back directly to me, like we having a one-on-one conversation, you expose that you bit it out because you fit the shoe of whatever I said, and then you start blurting out, talking back to me like you, blah, 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 and you get it. I wasn't never talking to you. I don't know you exist. And this is the point I'm making. Y'all are going about wisdom in the wrong way. And you can't, you're going to defile yourself, which y'all already have. I told y'all in the past this. Like, y'all going to tangle y'all. I said y'all minds is like a thread. And once you play with truth, it's like tying knots into that thread. You're not going to be able to get it out. Some of y'all remember me saying that, but do you get my point now? Y'all minds is fried. I just told y'all some of the deepest. I just gave y'all some of the deepest psychological knowledge for self. You could really tangle your mind out and get my point. Really start to disturb yourself and bring yourself down, which is what a lot of y'all are doing. You lost into your bitterness, envies, or whatever it is so much, you ain't heard a word I said. You think I'm chastising you, you overlooking I don't know you. You made me your enemy, you forgot I never met you or seen you, and we have no interactions. But in your brain, I'm your enemy. So you come in here not learning absolutely nothing. You looking for something to win on. That part. And so do you get my point? Y'all are playing with honors and morals, but y'all think y'all playing with me. You can't play with me. That's why I always tell y'all, just pull up. If you got a problem with me, you should pull up and get beat up. Outside of that, you playing on your own morals, thinking you doing something to me. It's like a chick being mad at her boyfriend, so she go suck everybody dick in the neighborhood to piss him off. It's not gonna do nothing to him overall. She gonna defile her own self. Wisdom is a deep thing. If your emotional state is not together, are you all program minded out? You have to get that together first. Are you going to defile yourself? And so you get my point? Most of y'all, you fill up with envy, you fill up with bitterness. You're not fully hearing what I'm saying, and you get my point? Kind of getting yourself together. You still lost on me saying give and receive, give back for the wisdom. I wouldn't care if you do or you don't. You should have figured that out the first time I said it. Remember when I said, it won't matter if you give back, I'm still gonna be that nigga. Did anything change? Whatever you envious of or whatever you mad about me, did it change? You envious of my wisdom. Did I not? Did I get dumber? No. Wiser. You jealous of how I dress or something? Did anything change? Did your bitterness or whatever you feel you was doing, did it do anything? That's the point I'm trying to get y'all to see. Y'all lost. Y'all trying to go against what's helping you. But because you think, because you come as the op, that I'm doing something to you or I'm teasing and antagonizing you. If you go against every moral in life, you get my point? Now how you gonna listen to wisdom without taking offense? Wisdom is morals, truth, the good things. You engage in all the bad things. Then you come before morals or wisdom. What you think gonna happen? You gonna feel like you getting attacked, but nobody told you to go against your morals. You get my point? In that, y'all gotta start paying attention to y'all morals. And all the times y'all go against it because you can't serve two masters. You can't be seeking wisdom and you dishonorable. That don't merge together. That's like water and oil. Peace and wisdom, Romeo Akbar. I'ma need y'all to get y'all minds together. Again, y'all too desperate to win in something, a conversation of some sort. So whatever I say, you looking to take offense or to turn it into an offense so you have something to critique. Y'all are doing this because y'all don't give back and y'all truly trying to justify that to self. But you so far past that moment that you get it is something else. But everything is really that. And if most of y'all reflect back, you will see that. And you will get why I always say just get lost. You kind of dumb the hell out that you would even do that to begin with. But and I don't want y'all to give back this video. That way you can get it out your head and kind of grasp what's being said to you. Like I said from jump, I wouldn't care what you do. I'm gonna put the morals on the table. You do what you want. You having morals ain't gonna make or break my life. And I don't know why you would think it would. Just like my morals ain't gonna save you. And me having morals ain't gonna do nothing for you. And you having a lack of morals ain't gonna do nothing to me. I'm not you. And So when you come in to get wisdom, you want to make sure you're morally sound at least. That way, when you get into wisdom, you're not taking offense like somebody talking directly to you. You're not finished serving your evils in that. You get my point? It's like trying to serve two masters. It's like trying to tangle your brain up. Oh, I'm getting a little bit up out here. And so, Romeo Akbar, you said, so enemies are only enemies because of their own flaws. You read your comment, you get my point? You're not making sense in regards to anything I said or explained. You're basically saying two people are enemies because they have flaws. I said your flaws become enemies, and I explained how. Somehow in your brain, you get my point? For some reason, you didn't fully get what I said. This is not to discourage you from asking questions or anything. This is to bring awareness that the most simplest thing was said, but somehow you're not getting it. You understood somewhat, but you're not getting it all the way through to where when you ask a question, it makes sense all the way through in regards to what was said. And a lot of y'all do that. You come here, you make statements, you ask questions, but it never makes sense in regards to what I actually said. It don't even be on the right topic. Yours is on the right topic, but do you get it? You have people sometimes come in and comment don't even make sense in regards to anything that I said. They talking to their own head. Like me and them had an argument already in their head, and they won. and then they and then they come to do it in real life. But whoever that was in their head, it wasn't me. And so take accountability of what I said in regards to morals. Y'all keep trying to go beyond y'all morals to kind of make sense. You said if you still remember young soul kiss it better, did she not make you her enemy in her own head because of her own flaws? I don't know any of y'all personally, meaning I don't remember names because there's no face that I see attached with it. Just kind of put yourselves in my shoes. Bunch of comments from different people coming up that you don't know, so you get it. You're not really locking anything in that. Don't take offense, but if anybody asks me, brought your name up, let's say in another live video 2 days from now, you like, you remember Romeo Akbar? No, I don't. I wouldn't. I'm just reading through the comments, trying to answer the questions. You get my point? I'm the wise servant. I do wisdom, nothing else. And y'all lost in y'all own head, so do you get my point? You don't get what I do somewhere in your brain, and that y'all are taking things on a personal level. You think I am too, but I don't know who y'all are, and I have not begun to want to. You get my point? And that, I'm not locking none of y'all in my mind or memory. I don't have a face or anything too. It's dangerous for y'all because y'all can't create a relationship with me in y'all own head. You get my point? You could fall in love with me. You could fall in deep hate with me. I can't fall in too much with y'all because I ain't got nothing to go on or see. I'm saying that so you could be aware when you on here. Keep your mind together, you know? But you said, if I remember whoever you said, she made me her enemy in her own head because of her own flaws. Yeah, she made me her enemy because whatever I said, it probably was a truth that she didn't want to deal with at the moment. And you get it? That's when y'all translate whatever was said into whatever you wanted, whatever makes sense to you, for you could still, carry on. But it's deeper than that. Y'all envies all y'all lower vibrations, which are flaws. I don't want you to just get lost on the example I gave you. Y'all envy. It create enemies for y'all. Y'all envy people, then y'all act like they doing something to you. Next thing you know, you got a disdain for them, a bitterness for them. You reaching for more things to make yourself hate them, or in your mind, you doing it to like, nah, I'm showing you they ain't shit. They a bad person. Like that. And you create your hate and your disdain stronger and stronger until you view them as an enemy. They probably don't even know you exist. And then you have to carry all that disdain and bitterness around. And you get my point? Y'all rack and rack up bitterness, envy, never becoming aware that it's all a result of your flaws. Like your flaws are causing all your emotional and mental blockage. Y'all don't understand things in life. Y'all don't know things in life. Yeah, y'all say y'all do, but you get my point? I'm really wise. If I say let's debate on whatever you want right now, y'all ain't gonna, you get my point? Y'all gonna have every excuse and all the talks to get around it, but you could have used all them talks to just debate out or make your point that you are wise. But y'all know deep down y'all ain't. And that when I'm speaking, or if I ever challenge one of y'all and be like, if you think if you think I'm wrong or something like that, step up. You ain't got to never you ain't never got to stress yourself out here. Whatever you think you're right on, you can step up about it and we'll see. Whose mind goes deeper when y'all all know y'all can't hang. And there's a reason for that. Y'all overlook truths and y'all go against y'all morals in any moment y'all choose. But y'all don't keep track of how often y'all do it. Every time y'all do it, you create blinders over the eyes, the ears, and more than that, you slowly create enemies. Because as you change the storyline, you make it darker and darker. So when I said give back, y'all said I was begging. And I said I can't be the beggar in this situation because y'all the one that's here every goddamn day. You get my point? Y'all begging. Y'all change the narrative to now he money hungry. And maybe you realize I'm an author and I got books and all of it, and you get it? You just in the charity section. You start hating now. Like they ain't a bunch of authors. But I'm an author. I'm money hungry. But Stephen King ain't. Stephen King ain't give you no free nothing. I give you free wisdom every day, and I got some shit on the side. And you hating on that, but not all the rest of the authors in life. You get my point? And then it goes darker and darker and darker as y'all try to convince yourselves or run from the first moral that you're going against. And that, you get it? You're looking to convince yourself. If you watch my channel, you'll notice like people come in here seeking to prove that I'm dishonorable in some way. They doing that because of their own dishonor. If I'm honorable, then in their own mind, then their actions don't sit well with them. So you get it? They start overly reaching and showing like they desperate for me to be dishonorable, but they ain't really got nothing to go on. It'll make you wonder, like, who's dumb enough to want somebody to be dishonorable? Got hella dishonorable people already. You could just pick one from the crowd. Like that. It's like I say when I see y'all desperate to make everybody a rat. Anybody out here is a snitch. Y'all don't even care about the story. Y'all ready to go with it. I already know in my mind y'all all snitches. Or you will snitch. And you setting, you get it? It's just common sense if you get my point. Everything common sense. But the point I'm making is you create your enemies. You make blinders over your eyes and your ears. And you get my point? Meaning y'all come in here and y'all ears work, but it don't all the way. When you come here. Like that. When y'all speak here, it don't make sense. I'll be telling y'all like you're not making sense. And regards to the post or regards to what I said, and you get it. You ain't got no control like that. If you become aware of yourself and the energies around you, y'all will see like, okay, there's a higher force involved here. We're not speaking of me and you. Make sure I say that again. Some of y'all, you lost on me. When I say there's a higher force here, think I'm talking about me and you or something. Like, talking about you and morals and you going against it. Remove me from it. I'm not the first person you was immoral to. So you don't got to get lost on me. It's going to interfere with you getting the point. Like, but in any event, pay attention when you're reflecting on self. You'll notice like I don't make sense when I be talking in front of Silas. Some of y'all already know that. That's why you be frustrated and you trying to win in a conversation. Anything you can make up to winning. You don't make sense because you're not morally sound. The truth is everything, and morals is truth. A balanced thing, fair. When you going against truth, what do you think? I'm laughing because this is the most simplest thing. I can't believe y'all can't figure this out on y'all own, but y'all don't reflect on y'all actions or nothing. You get it? Meaning y'all not on real paths of wisdom where at the end of the day y'all are doing y'all exercises. Exercises I've given y'all already, but I don't think it wasn't downloaded into your brain because it wasn't nothing for you to attack. And that you get my point. Y'all applied the many jewels I've given y'all, then you get my point. You become aware of many things concerning self and how if you do this thing, the reaction, life is an action reaction thing. Let's say you on the path of truth to you. You say I'm on the path of seeking the truth, like about life and everything that we live in. But then you go against the truth that you hear because it don't fit whatever program you went to in the moment. You got to take account for what that is. You get it? You seeking truth, but you going against it. And that, what is the opposite of truth? Lie. And once you go against truth, you become a servant of lie. And from there, you get my point. You can't receive truth. Only lie. Just like somebody that's in the truth, they can't seem to receive lie. It wouldn't matter how hard you try to put it on them. They gonna keep asking questions and bouncing around whatever lie you trying to force on them. Some of y'all are able to go with lies. It's truth for you. It's a deep thing in life. You get my point? You either serve truth or you serve lie. Everybody gonna say they serve truth, but you gonna know who serve truth. Or you gonna know who serve lie from when they go against something that is the truth. On a moral level where you can hear it. Like, no, that makes sense. Maybe what I followed on. I'll give you an example. You see how I said like Christians, they believe in the devil. Are they against God? Because their religion say God got beat up, spit on, and he dead, and they ain't got no problem with that. And if you try to tell them like that's immoral, that's a blasphemy to have God, drawn in that image with that whole fake ass storyline that he got beat up and spit on, that's a blasphemy. That's a disrespect to God. If your son got shot in his head, would you use that as his last image? Like that. Christians will overlook that and be like, no. They won't say what I said, but they'll just be like, Silas is against God. You get my point? Translating it into something new. but they never have a mind to become aware. Hold on, if I'm a lover of God, Jesus, or whoever, then why I got a problem with somebody saying he ain't supposed to die? It's because they want him to die for them. They don't care about God, they care about God dying for them. Here I come along taking away the God dying for them part, so they don't like it. So a moral compass to say that's not moral. That's immoral for me to, selfishly feel like God should die for my sins, and I ain't even got to sin. I just do it because I'm a knucklehead. You ain't never gonna hear Christians say that. And so that's just an example. Christian overlook that truth, or whatever truth they want, because it don't fit with their program. They live a program, a script, the holy script. The holy scriptures, if you were wondering. Now, they live a script in a program, and you get my point? They don't keep track of how often truth comes up against their program, and they overlook the truth for the program. And that, do you get my point? They become one with God. This is all they can receive in. This is why I always tell y'all, you got anything wrong concerning wisdom, you got everything wrong, because everything in life is one thing. Some of y'all have that mindset where you say like, where you might say like, I ain't, I don't know everything, or I ain't got everything right, but I know I got some stuff right. Everything in life is one. Wisdom is one. It's not a whole bunch of separate different things. In that, you can't have one thing right and the rest wrong. Or you can't have one thing wrong and then say like, no, I got the rest right though. It wouldn't work like that. If you got one thing, it's like a house. If you building a house, if you got one brick put up wrong, you built the whole house wrong, and that's that. It don't matter if it's standing, you know. It could be standing, but you built it wrong overall. So view it like that. Truth is one thing. When you in line with truth, everything's gonna go. What y'all don't know is a result of the lie y'all accept. So you like how this thing sound, that thing sound, it may not be all the way true. Maybe something was said against it and you caught that, but you lost in the program like that. In that moment, let's just say you cause a dark spot. And most people cause many dark spots in the consciousness when they skip over truth. This is where belief comes into play. When you skip over truth, then you have to be lost in belief, where you like, I don't know, but I hope so. And you get it? Dream Lavish said, why is it so easy to get lost in life? Y'all don't get lost in life. Y'all get lost in yourselves. Y'all don't have anything to do with life. Y'all just be convincing yourselves that y'all have problems with people y'all don't. And y'all down with shit that y'all not. But like I said, y'all have no self-awareness. And for some reason, y'all are not looking too. Why I said it's a self-hate thing. I don't even want to take the time out with yourselves. If y'all looking at how y'all carry it, it appears that way. Like anything I tell y'all concerning y'all, y'all don't, it don't mean nothing to y'all. If I say I got a rumor about, if I say I got a rumor about this teacher, y'all ready? You get it? But if I tell y'all something about y'all don't want to hear it. Like that. Romeo Akbar said people beg for likes and subscribers all the time on YouTube. I don't know why people be tripping. Champ, you gonna have to get your mind together. I topics of discussions and things of that nature. And a lot of y'all are overlooking reality, but this is something real in life because this happens with people that I know in real life. They can't seem to make sense or they're not responding to things I'm saying. But it's not just to me, it's period. It's like y'all smoking spray weed or something. And it's completely making y'all like retarded a little bit. The conversation. I don't want to say that y'all don't piss anybody off, but somebody that I know in real life. Every time I say something to them, their response don't match what I said. I said I canceled something. They said they canceled. You like that? Where it's like, damn, you not something ain't right. Nothing serious, just regular conversation. But you get it? The response is not have anything to do with what I said. In regards to y'all and wisdom, I see that with y'all too. Like I said, what I'm talking about don't have nothing to do with wisdom, just common regular conversation. But the response ain't matching what's being said really. And wisdom, y'all like that. Said people be begging for likes and subscribers all the time on YouTube. What do that have to do with anything? This video got to do with. It's like y'all too scarred, man. Y'all came here challenging somebody really wise, and you get my point. Y'all dumbed yourselves completely out. Meaning y'all have a lot of pride. Y'all want to win some kind of conversation with me, but y'all can't seem to. So then y'all just be having convos in y'all own head for the most part. I'm sure most of y'all not going to admit it. You had 3, 4 arguments with me in your mind. You lost. You lost that shit in your own mind. You lost the convo in your own mind, but you get it? Pull up here, still reaching like when? I don't know. This is how y'all conversations be sounding like fools talk. Lavish laughing. Now, in regards to, I ain't mean to do that. Hold on, let me fix you, man. Hopefully you get. Hopefully you're able to come back. I don't know how that happened. Now I do have some extra time to explain a deep thing concerning Babylon and sacrifice, because there's a lot of sacrifice happening. Most of y'all are not, aware of these things. Lost in, online talk, fools talk. Romeo Akbar said you were saying that people like to make it seem like you are a beggar. That's what you meant to write, a beggar, even though you have something real to offer, your wisdom. You're lost in whoever's talking that talk, not me. That's why you stuck on that part. That part was not important. Y'all scared to death to say anything concerning money or begging now. And the last time you seen that in my face, let's say it now. Watch how much money y'all y'all scarred. But y'all keep overlooking these things like they didn't happen. Y'all try to challenge, y'all lose in bad fashion. And then y'all get lost in y'all own dumb. Now you sitting here talking about that. I guess in your brain you think that that's something that might have disturbed you. Make believe talk don't mean nothing. You completely stupid if you come into somebody to receive and then you tell them they a beggar. You get it? Y'all lost in quantity. Made 50,000 people or 100,000 people or however many people say something. It don't mean nothing if what you saying don't make no goddamn sense. You get my point? Y'all lost on stupid talk. I deal with reality. I'm just explaining how y'all scramble y'all own mind out. In regards to begging, if you move all insult mindedness out of the equation, y'all bums. I'm just talking from the reality of things. Y'all come here every day for wisdom, dumb talking, and you get my point? Free with the hand out with mad excuses of why that's cool. No, you did this, you did that. Just a bunch of bum talk. I'm not saying y'all really are bums. I'm just saying y'all be speaking from y'all own bitterness. So I said y'all can't just come here like bums every day. You gotta give back. Maybe that hurts some of y'all feelings. Do you get my point? Then y'all get lost on y'all tangents trying to win the conversation with me. In that, you get it, y'all lost on all y'all dumb talk. All y'all dumb talk don't got nothing to do with no reality. Y'all could have been getting progress all this time. Again, y'all could have been having progress all this time. A lot of y'all have to become aware. Now, make sense moving forward, Romeo. This is what I mean. You're not getting the wisdom or the point or the knowledge out of whatever's being said. You getting lost in the stupid shit. I'm not concerned with if somebody's begging for likes or subscribers. I wouldn't word it that way. I worded it that way, making a point in a past video when y'all were saying I'm begging. So I was making a point. Y'all begging for likes and subscribers so you can change that into money. You could have just begged for money. It's the same. Y'all be bribing people to give them money if they like and subscribe. If you hit this number or whatever, you get it? But I would never call it that, like, oh, they begging. I was making a point, meaning there was a context to what I was saying. Y'all take anything I say out of the context. In that, you get my point? You using something I said in a specific context outside of the context now. Do you follow? Now, let's say somebody asked you that, so you going to tell them Solace said, you get it? Forgetting the context of what I was talking about. Whatever you do is what you do. I know well, I don't know them, but you get it? I see real beggars in life. I give them some change or something if I can. You get my point? Calling people beggars and things like that, that's y'all doing. Don't have nothing to do with me. It's tacky, and you get my point? That's why I always tell y'all I'm grown. I don't do the insulting thing. If I say something and it hurts your feelings, it's just because it's real talk. But hopefully you get my point. You don't have to be sorry, my boy. Just get the brain on the right accord. You get my point? I'm a wise person. I don't wanna have to be wasting my time unscrambling y'all own minds if y'all like it to be scrambled, you know? I don't need y'all so desperate to win something over me where you like, oh, he's mad. Anything for you could feel like you won something. This shit don't even matter. I like that when y'all come in here. Like children almost, looking for anything you could say that's a flaw you think so you feel like you won. I gotta get y'all minds together. I'm saying that because y'all conversation. Look at the conversation. If you rewind the video back and you listen, of course I'm playing with y'all a little bit on it. You know, y'all emotional state because I wanted it to be primed up so you can get the point. And those of y'all that's, too far gone, I don't want you to get the point. Stay throw, stay throwed off a little bit. But outside of that, y'all have to become aware that y'all don't make no sense. Like I said, if you look at the video or you listen to it, the part when I'm explaining, the deep shit, and look at y'all comments after. Meaning just scroll through all these comments, you gonna see like wherever y'all come from, whoever channel y'all come from, whoever y'all follow, y'all got me in the same genre as this person or people when I'm not. Y'all don't belong here. Y'all minds don't seem to be nowhere on the frequency. He's asking me about Diddy trial, and you get it? It's like y'all wanna be dummies. It hold up narrative some sort to y'all. It's like y'all so bitter that y'all seeking out others' bitterness to kind of cope and get through. And when it gets to that point, you get my point, you got to kind of save self because that's when you kind of, you at rock bottom when it get there. Meaning when you seeking out negativities and negative gossips and like you said, you seen the Diddy trial, this is negative, it don't even, who cares? Y'all shouldn't even be giving no ear or eye to it. Don't have nothing to do with y'all growth. It don't have nothing to do with nobody growth. It got to do with dishonor and a bunch of negative shit like blackmail and this and that. And you get my point? Raping, child molesting, and stupid shit. And they selling it to y'all, meaning y'all view it, y'all watch it. It's like any TV show. But the point I'm making is when you get to the point where negativity appeases you, you're getting something out of it emotionally. You're excited. You like the Diddy track coming on. You in a bad place. When you start feeding on shit and you like doodoo, you're in a bad place. Whether you realize that or not. And it's the same thing as eating shit. I don't want you to think it's not. On a mental and emotional level, it's no different than you eating shit. Eating doodoo so long that you start to like it. Where you like, ooh, who's making doodoo? Y'all don't have no awareness of that. So when y'all like, you seen the Diddy trial, you heard what happened to Tory Lanez. I don't mind having these discussions, but you get my point? Y'all kind of fried out on the emotional and the mental level. Y'all get joy out of these things. There's so much to learn, so much wisdom, so much knowledge. And if you look at the things y'all get joy out of and the things that hold y'all attention, some of y'all are beyond 30. If you look at things from a real level, it's sad. You get my point? There's so much glorious good things y'all can be hearing, doing, and y'all waste y'all days away listening to bickering basically, and don't see how the bickering and all that you take into your mind reflect out in your real life. I don't care if you rich right now, but your life is all upside down and chaotic. This ain't about the poor or the rich. This is about everybody. Rich and poor is physical things. Beyond that, you got the emotional state in the mind. And physical things ain't got nothing to do with those two things. In that, you get it, most people are emotionally and mentally poor because they don't know how to add value to those two aspects of the self. They just know how to take away the value from it. And as the value goes away from it, so they look to add value to the outer. Meaning as y'all lose mental and emotional value, then y'all look to add value to y'all physical to cover up that bitterness and hurt. And maybe a lot of y'all don't want to hear this. Maybe you made me your enemy, so you don't want to hear it from me. But do you get my point? I can't for sure you gonna find somebody that know wisdom on this level that I do. But hopefully you find somebody so y'all can work through y'all mind and y'all emotional state, because y'all got people destroying y'all shit, telling you it's wisdom. So keep track of all the negativities that y'all, feed on. Because it's like I said, the mind and emotional state have a diet just like the physical do. And if most people paid attention to their mental and emotional diet, get my point, it can get crazy. Meaning for most of y'all, it can get bad. Y'all see the comments, right? Not sure, like, that is a vibration, it's a deep thing. My question is to you, Ecstasy, and you, Dream Lavish, as well. All of y'all, because most of y'all, you get my point. You the same as Dream Lavish and Ecstasy, but you get my point. Suppose you hide it. You already know that's foolish talk. But my question to both of you is, what do you get out of that? Like watching Diddy's trial and all that they're talking about. What do you get out of it? Like, how does it make you feel? Be honest. CXDC said just a little bit of entertainment, Big G, something to gossip about. You're a man. Did Romeo Akbar caught it. Y'all don't have no self-awareness in the daytime. It's sad, like, y'all say things that make y'all look crazy, but y'all have no self-awareness of what y'all saying. And it be things where you like, why the fuck would you say why would they say that? Y'all be like that. Yeah, I'm like, how you don't know, like, don't even say that. You're gonna look crazy, but said something to gossip about. We live in a whole different world. I'm already seeing it now. Meaning y'all done. More than that, y'all don't really care. Y'all don't care that y'all fried. Meaning you get entertainment out of watching this Diddy stuff. Y'all getting entertainment out of it. It's just a reflection of all the bitterness you hold inside and the hate you have towards yourself and your own reality. That deep down you know that to be true. Because why else the hell would you be entertained by that? That part. It was no moment of thinking about that. Like why am I entertained by sitting around listening to how gay the next nigga is? Because listening to Diddy trial is just basically listening to how gay he is. And I was listening, I turned it off. I said, this is stupid. It was talking about him rubbing other people's semen on him. I said, I don't even like my own semen on me. I almost slapped the last chick. She almost dry. I said, woo, if you get it off my leg. I said, she dropped my own on me. I said, woo, get it off me. What's wrong? Well, I almost went crazy for my own. You know what I mean? To have the next man's on me. Yeah. You start wilding out, pull your pants down, and just spray somewhere and a little bit get on my arm. Blood, you dead. Like, might cut my arm off. They put on my arm. Oh my God. Kill me. Kill me before I turn into a vampire. But on a real level, couldn't listen past 3 minutes. It was stupid. Most of y'all are gay and don't realize it. Romeo Akbar and a lot of y'all, you're homosexual. It may be secret, but you get it? Because we live in dumb times where y'all just speak y'all truths out unknowingly. I know you're half gay. He said it's not that deep, OG. It is. You just from a new time and you really don't realize how stupid you look. Meaning this generation don't realize they new in life and everybody already been here. And y'all made up whatever goofy shit y'all made up, convincing yourselves, nah, this is cool, that's cool, it ain't that deep. But you forgetting most of the population already been here, y'all knew. Then you hear this younger generation, they like, nobody deal with them like that. That's a lot of their complaints. They ain't got no goddamn. You see how they online having to reach all around the place. They ain't got no real friends, no real elders, nothing. It's because of that. Y'all clowns, but y'all don't get it. In that you say your man saying he gonna gossip ain't no big deal. Yes, it is. You really don't know what you're saying right now. Meaning you making it worse for yourself. Women gossip. And men get money. You don't want to hear the you don't want to hear your reality, big baby. Meaning you half a homo. You gossip. The gossip you listening to got to do with niggas rubbing semen on theyself. But you ain't taking none of this into account. Y'all watch DJ Academics make a fool of himself and y'all don't realize, like, Blood just did a whole video on another nigga rubbing semen on his body, which is gay as hell. Let me help some of y'all out that's a man. You know how in the daytimes you be hearing men say, I don't care if another nigga gay. I just got a problem with a nigga keeping it in the closet. I got a problem with niggas hiding they gay. That's the most gayest shit you could say as a man. Why the hell as a man is you concerned if the next nigga gay? You fucking dudes? Why would that be your concern? I get women, they have sex with men, they say, I want to know if the dude I'm messing with and sticking his thing in somebody's booty, he might give me something. I get that. I get why they want men out the closet. Why is a man concerned with another man coming out the closet? Why? You looking? You want to know who gay? Why? Again, if you a man, you tell me. You want to know who gay? Why? You gonna holler at the nigga later when nobody looking? Why? For what? What's the point? You tell me. I'm old school. If you gay, keep it in the closet, blah. Don't nobody feel me. Sweep that shit under the... I'm sorry if you gay. I didn't... That came out wrong. I didn't mean that. This is just how real men feel on the low. We don't mind if y'all hide in the closet. We prefer it. And keep your ass... I'm gay. I want to go back in the closet. I want to come out the closet. You don't have to. I don't mind if you stay in the closet. I'm straight, so you don't need to tell me that. I don't want to know. It's just a thought. I'm a straight man, so you get it? If one of my homeboys is gay, I'd rather not know. Say, yo, Silas, I got some info on your boy. Once you tell me, I'm gonna feel weird around you. And that, I'm like, I wish you didn't even tell me, because I ain't gonna fuck the nigga or nothing, so I wouldn't care if he gay. He don't act gay in my presence, so that's all I can ask, you know? Outside of that, I don't want to know you're gay. I don't want to know your gay escapades. You get my point? It's not, I know you bisexual or something. You not a man. I'm, I'm just positive you're not a man. If you bisexual, whatever you are, it's not my concern. It's like I said. I'm a man, so I'm not concerned if the next man is gay. You don't never have to feel a need to explain to me you gay. You don't have to talk to me like I got a problem with gays. Your sex life ain't got shit to do with me. If you a man, you don't have to nothing. You a man, that's that. You like a little booty? None of this got nothing to do with me, blood. You don't never have to feel. You get my point? I don't know. Maybe I'm the only man left in life, but I don't. You don't never have to ask me about nothing gay. That's why when you said, like, you on the Diddy trial, no, I don't. What we gonna be talking about? What are we gonna be talking about? Dudes rubbing semen on their chest like lotion? Because I don't got nothing to say about that. Sexuality. All I can tell you, my boy, is go back in the closet. Get the fuck on out of here. Lick your lips and get the fuck on. That's OD, right? Lick your lips and get the hell on out of here, blood. It ain't got nothing to do with you being gay. It all got all to do with you being confused. I don't deal with confused people. That is the ground floor of chaos. Once a person confused, chaos is next. You don't have to question it. It's just how it is. And so ecstasy. You know about you, my brother. A lot of y'all men in this comment, in this chat, get it? It's all up on that Diddy talk. Shit, I seen Cameron talking about when somebody used to come out the closet. I said, oh, Cameron fell into the times. Quiet about closets. Wow. I don't get why y'all so desperate for homos to just run out the closet talking about YMCA and shit. 5,000. y'all complain right now. I don't know where all these homosexuals coming from. While simultaneously saying the homos come out the closet. That's where they came from, blood. The closet that y'all keep telling them to come out of. I'll tell them, no, you can stay in your closet because y'all ain't. You want to pretend like you're not a homosexual? I have absolutely no problem with that. I think you. You a man, but you gay, but you pretend like you a man. I don't have a problem with that. Thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate your courtesy, my boy. That's how I view it. Salam. Good going, guy. You're great. Like, you're a good man. To say, what if he affecting chicks? You have sex with chicks. You doing way too much. Meaning, if that's your mind, you like, well, I'm a dude and I have sex with chicks, so I want to know what niggas is out here doing. They might be sleeping with my chicks. You need to get off the chick. This is not a problem of who's gay. What man is gay that need to come out of the closet? It's a matter of you don't trust the woman. You need to find. They not full-blooded homo. They half. Like, they be coming. Like, they ain't. Nah, too far. That's okay. They ain't came yet. Salam, shalom. Like I said, my channel is for wisdom. Start blocking y'all. You don't got nothing to talk about outside of stupid shit. There's no need for you to be here. Because it's getting way too dumb for me at this point. Y'all already sold yourselves out the lie. And so you get it, y'all lost in that jungle. But just become self-aware at some point. Because you get it? A lot of y'all got potential. Too dumb out to realize that. I have to let y'all go. On a real level. Because dead weight is dead weight. You feel me? Meaning if y'all going down and mentally, well, this is the letting go of the hand part. You know, you hanging off the roof and shit. Been holding on to your hand, but I'm about to let it go. Ecstasy said it's okay to like guys and women just as equally as guys, right? Mom, champ. Discussion for you and your daddy. Not me. I'm a man. That's that. Men like women, women like men. When this shit go awry, well, you're dealing with mental problems. Maybe you gay or something, so you say, I don't think that got nothing to do with mental problems. That's fine. I'm just letting you. Men like women and women like men. And when something goes wrong there, well, something went wrong. A lot of women about men. So I mean like that. Something went wrong. They ain't deal with that on an emotional level or a mental level. Otherwise, I would say that I don't even like. I don't even want to talk to y'all no more. I ain't gonna lie, because you get it. Sitting here because y'all like me. Y'all got any questions asked before I depart? Salam, shalom. Done with that conversation, my boy. Ecstasy. How many of y'all have done any Brad Street number? You don't have to Google it or nothing like that. If you don't know what it is, you get my point. You don't have one. It's okay. But I just want to know how many of y'all have one. I'm gonna answer your question in a minute. Dream Lavish. Raunchy Juice. This is why women are effed up now because of confused. Yeah, women are at their lows, but I fully get why. A lot of women confused. You know, y'all feel yourselves up alive. So you get it? If I say anything you don't like in any moment, then you create a narrative in your head that I'm against this or that. If you heard silence is against women, silence is against black people, like that, then y'all dumb yourselves out. Make me your enemy in your mind, and you can't get wisdom in. Because you get it, come dumbed out. But men definitely the reason why women are fucking thrown off in the head. Dudes is gay. Yeah. I remember a time where you was a man and you was gossiping, chicks was calling you gay. So dudes wasn't even gonna do it because of that. Last thing you will want to hear is your mama, your auntie, or even your girlfriend. Like, this nigga be gossiping. Everybody that's my age, they heard it at some moment in point in their life where their mother was like, gossiping, get it? Get out of here, boy. In some kind of way, they let you know, like, gossiping ain't right for you. Get your ass out of here. In the daytimes, women don't even influence that on their boys no more, where they judge them, because that's what make men get their act together when women say shit. You get it? Me telling you you're a half a homo because you gossip don't mean nothing to you. But if chicks told you that, like, oh, no, you're definitely a homo. If you're doing what I'm doing, I definitely don't want nothing to do with you. You're a goofy. Like that. The women ain't holding y'all till y'all goofy. And it's sad because it's bringing them down. You get my point? The more dumbed out y'all get, the more dumbed out women kind of get. Go hand in hand, you know? Or the more dumbed out y'all get, the more masculine they get. And this is the real issue. Women are becoming too masculine in their energies and way. But it makes sense. y'all know. I'm just on the outside looking in. Y'all throwed off to me and I keep my goddamn distance. Male and female. Keep your slow shit over there, please. Thank you. Now I'm assuming that if y'all haven't done it last my business is falling on hard times, and she was telling me, you know, so she was going to ask me for like a little advice. And I was telling her, man, you should look into getting a loan for like a relocation. Maybe you need to be in a different location. Likely to get approved for it. But she don't have a Dun and Bradstreet number or any of this. So I'm like, okay, she don't have no business credit more than likely. And that's what a Dun and Bradstreet. It's good for you to build credit in your business name through that number, you know? That way, I was basically telling her that, like, if you get it done in Bradstreet, establishing credit for your business, and start using that, it'd make it easier for you to get loans and things like that if you already have, like, you know, a Dun and Bradstreet number, like a credit history. And so I was asking y'all, do y'all have one? So like if your mind is like, nah, I don't know what you talking about, like that, y'all don't belong here. You get my point? Y'all live, yo, you get my point? Like whatever, however y'all living and whatever y'all do, and y'all let y'all minds go down the drain. And so I'm just giving you that example so you could like get a perspective of conversations that I'm having and the dumb shit y'all talking about when I come in here. Now I'm about to depart, but I'm gonna answer y'all questions first. Dream Lavish, you said, how is there truth and lie? I'll let you figure that out, because you get it, shit getting dumb. More than that, I explained that in the last video. But more than that, it's shit common sense. Shit. Y'all questions should reflect, you know? Y'all questions should reflect people who have been exercising the things I teach. All y'all been exercising y'all business. A lot of y'all are young, really shouldn't be here, but here you are, you get it, it is what it is. But the environment is too dumb for me, and you get it, I have my own environment, so hopefully y'all don't bring yourselves down too far, you know, mentally and emotionally. It's gonna cost you. But in that, those of y'all that's interested in, you know, wisdom for real things you can apply to yourself on a mental and emotional level and help you grow, go to my website, join the blog course, Higher Self, or the 2025 videos in post. Join one of those blog courses and, you know, every evening start applying or sometime in the day. I would say evening is best. I'm thinking about starting like little meditations and mental and emotional, basically conscious cleansing. And maybe every night around 9:30, 10 o'clock, I bust out the yoga mat and you get it. Give y'all some jewels concerning the actual physical exercises and practices that go with it. That way y'all can kind of create a cycle for yourselves to get out of whatever cycles y'all are in. Like I said, you can go to my website, upscaleknowledge.org. Courses. Likely I'm gonna start. As well, another deep secrets in it. See, ecstasy, I don't hope in this shit. Said, do I have any hope for our future? You don't have anything. Neither do any of you guys, you get it? And now you say, do I have hope? Hope is for people that's lost. Hope is for believers. They hope they believe. It's for people like that. I don't know anything about these things. There's just the present moment and the glories in it. That's everybody's looking for it. Outside of that, I don't have any hopes and any wishes. I don't have beliefs. I just know what I know, and I know what I don't need to know. Damn, y'all didn't hear anything I just said, did y'all? Y'all heard one word of it. Mic got cut off. Was there sound this whole time or no? Damn, I was just breaking down something deep. That is crazy. It's all a sacrifice thing. It's an order of sacrifice. I'll put it on my website. Go there this evening or so. And I'll explain how Babylon, how they work. Babylon is basically cities. Of course, you know, this is what they call the first cities that were built. Before cities was built, you just had of course, before you had a city, you had shepherds. These is men that grew animals. The cities, men become shepherd kings. This is men that rule over the world. So this is what a city is. It's basically like a domestication center for humans, though. And the king is basically the shepherd over all these people. This is where eugenics and things like that come into place, where circumcised. Sometimes they might have certain medicines going around to keep people a little sterile, or enough of the population so things don't get out of control. It's all a population control thing, but it all has to do with domestication. In your early cities, people were kidnapped into it like cattle and livestock. Shipping slaves all over the place, all selling them here, like that. Not the cities that we live in domestication cities, or after they did all of that. Now we live in they whole flock got together like a killer. They got the flock. So the best of us they have. Flock will be treated better than the other. The best of the flock will be treated. They're gonna be groomed and kept up with, and they're gonna have more status than the rest of the sheep. I'll be treated with more favoritism. But this is only because they're gonna die. Meaning they fit the bill of the world. Something with a lot of status, and this is where the order of status is in our city. All these statuses that we have in our system are cities that come from like a birth of the slain or a birth of the sacrifice, and so everybody in the city is just like in the runnings up to be sacrificed. In that, you can look at it like one star has more worth than one common person. We live in these cities, they sacrifice the common people by the thousands, but this is not worth one star. Speaking of the rulers of these cities we live in, or these countries. And so you get my point? Stars ever so often to appease these gods or spirits that they worship. Spirits that they worship. Daemon and other constellations. So you think of the ancient Hebrews, they worship the dark night, cosmic space. This was the god of the four quarters. Are you getting it? The god of all directions. You have the constellations. Southern hemisphere, and they sacrifice. So each constellation has like a main star, and all the other stars. Like that. When you're dealing with the constellations, you have one main star, and then you have all the other stars that are associated with that constellation. remember, the constellations are called the Daemon, are the people of the past, and this is how they worship. Now you have to remember, a constellation is a star with planets. It's a place for the dead. Say it again. Every constellation you see, there's more than just the 12 that they define here, but every constellation you see is a star with planets. That means it's a place. But I don't want you to look at it like a physical place on Earth. It's a place for the dead. So that as above, so below thing. You have all the places on Earth, and they correlate with all the places up above in the night sky and all the constellations. But the places of Earth is for the living, and the places up above in the darkness is for the dead. It's where the soul goes. Energy. For example, y'all awake right now, and you have all the places of physical life. And then when y'all go unconscious, you know, to sleep, you have a thing called dreams. How they worship. And so when they were sacrificing the thing, they were sacrificing the soul of the thing to a specific place below. You gotta remember, the night sky is above. The day sky is above. Heaven and hell. Say it again, the day sky is above. The night sky that we see at night is below. Heaven and hell thing. Stars being lost in their darkness. The stars are all together in the whole. Yeah, I was thinking my mic was going off. But I was just explaining some things in regards to as above, so below, nature, and magic. That way y'all understand, like, God's devil, or God and Satan, devils and angels, those whole orders, and what it is in real life. Because in the past, it wasn't being taught how y'all learn it. Where God's some magic trick shit that was not real, you know. Stars. And that all the religions we have today, they got these stars. Wow. This star. This is interesting. Christianity is like the cross, that's the symbol of the sun. All So I'm about to depart. If any of y'all have a question, I see you look like you was kind of getting tuned in, Lorenzo Bukes. If you got any questions, you can ask before I depart. Like I said, I'll explain this on my website later on this evening. I ain't in a to rewind back in this video channel. It's just gave him some conscious cleansing and spiritual cleansing. All right, I'm departing. I'm getting bit up. Salam, shalom.